There we go.
All right. I know y'all sad you can't see my beautiful chocolatey face. I know you said I'm gonna stand up and walk around. Oh, it feels good to stand up. First off, this house is beautiful, y'all. It's got 15 feet ceilings and all sorts of. That might be 20 feet ceiling. Yeah, it's 20. I don't know. It don't matter. All right. We're taking two approaches to this here. Two approaches. We're going to go from a consultant standpoint and a brand standpoint, okay? Consultant, brand. Now, this is how this works. All of you need to create personal brands, and some of you are consultants. So in your consulting, I'm going to teach you how to help people create personal brands. And in your brand, I'm going to teach you how to do your brand. Got it? So if you are a consultant, how do you teach people how to become a personal brand, right? If you are a brand, then what's the step-by-step, Antonio, that I can use to become personal brand, right? Let's start off if you're over 30. Let's start off if you're a baby boomer. Let's do that first. If you are a baby boomer, or actually, if you're a baby boomer or you're just starting off. Now, let me define what just starting off means, okay? Just starting off means, yes, I'm back now. Yes, I've been doing business for a while. Yes, I have. But I haven't posted regularly concerning my brand. Can anybody relate to that? Let me
Say that again, Antonio.
Yes, I have been doing this for a while, but I haven't posted to my whatever on a personal brand perspective in quite some time. Consistently. All right, let's do it this way. Let me see where I need to start at. I can see I'm already running into some issues. If you are someone who does not consistently post to your brand, that's 6 or 7 times a day. Okay, I already got hands. Raise your hand or flash the screen. It's not meant to be embarrassment. I'm polling my audience to see where I need to start. Okay, I won't say your names out loud. 6 to 7 times a day. If it's not online, but hold on, because I may save you. If it's not online, but you make 6 to 7 phone calls a day, that don't count for you. Okay? If you make phone calls, you're still posting about your brand. You're just doing it in a human perspective. So who else? 100% participation. If you're not posting or making phone calls 6 to 7 times about your day or your brand, raise your hand. Okay? That one that says neither. I appreciate you. He's singing guilty. All right, good. That looks like about 99% of you. So we're going to start here first. You have the problem of not knowing what the heck to do. Is that not true? Because that is exactly your problem. Because you don't have an audience. Look at Grace. It's like, yes, thank you. You can't know what to do because you haven't talked to enough people. You don't have an audience telling you what to do. Yes, go ahead.
Okay.
No.
I know how to teach others, but don't know how to apply it.
All right, that's common. That's accountants who are not financially intelligent. All right, I know how to make money for other people, but I'm house broke over here. Right, that is real estate investors real estate agents who can't buy their own houses, or bankers with good credit, because you can't have like they maintain their credit, but they make no investments whatsoever. Like you're the front end teller exchanging millions of dollars a day, and you're not a millionaire. So this is very common.
Teachers being the worst students. Yeah.
Oh my God. Doctors being the worst patients. This is extremely common. Okay, this is extremely common. So don't feel bad. Don't feel bad at all. A lot of you consultants would tell people to post more and don't post yourself. It's common. It's all good. Don't even worry about it. It's all good. It's completely all good. Don't worry about It's why I would never teach how to have 1 million followers on Instagram because I don't have it. I would teach you how to make money from Instagram because Instagram is my third source of income. LinkedIn is my first source of income. Facebook is my second. It's just actually other way around. Facebook is my first, LinkedIn is my second, Instagram is my third, as far as internet traffic goes. So if you're someone who doesn't know how, or you're over 40, or you just haven't been consistent with your brand, here's your step-by-step guide. Number 1, poll your audience. I know you heard it before. Write it down anyway. It's a fact. Why am I telling you to poll your audience? I'm telling you to poll your audience so you don't waste money. If I can give y'all any piece, I never give unsolicited advice. It's very few times I give unsolicited advice. I'm about to give you unsolicited advice right now. Do not let Tempest wait 5 years to give her money consistently. Now, of course, Tempest for me is your people who follow you. Okay? Go ahead, Tempest, you got it.
Okay, what if your audience isn't necessarily your audience? Like, I feel like
Right.
my audience is really yours. So when I post about Tempest, your audience doesn't respond because it's not Antonio.
That makes plenty of sense. Who else has this problem? She has a unique problem. Does anyone else? Let me show you what this problem looks like. I work for the chemical plants my whole life. Well, I'm a great salesperson, but when it's time to sell for my own business, I'm not getting the sales. It's because that brand was the only reason you was a great salesperson. Now you're trying to sell for your brand. No one wants to buy it. It's the same concept. Do you get it? It's the same concept as I was #1 salesperson at T-Mobile my whole life. Then I started my business and then boom, nobody wanted to buy from me. That's because they were buying T-Mobile. They wasn't buying your sales pitch. Same process. So here's the answer to that question. If you're like Tempest and you're in the reflection of my brand, don't fight it. Use it. You got to hear me. Every great teacher would tell you, go with the flow. That's where that phrase comes from. Go with the stream. There's a scripture that says, my cup runneth over. You want to find you a cup. That means you need to treat me, Tempest, like a congregation. That is all. Take it out of me being me and just take it as I'm a competitor. This is where your customers are in this congregation. And what would you do if it's anything else? But think about it. If I was Eckert's, I'm sorry, I went way back again, 1990s grocery and medicine store. That's all right. 1990s grocery and medicine store, right? If I was Eckert's, then I want to go see what Walgreens is doing. So the best thing for me to do is tap into Walgreens traffic and marketing and then steer them back to Eckert's. Obviously, Eckert's did not do that because some of y'all don't even know which store I'm talking about. They're out of business now. Be more like Walgreens. Amen? I'm just telling you what it is, okay? So what Tempest needs to do is treat me, thank you for this question, Tempest, it's a very good one, just like a congregation. She said, rest in peace, Eckert's, right? Just like a congregation, that's all. The fish are jumping out the pond over here. You get it? The fish are jumping out the pond over here. So just catch the fish and steer them back to yours. That's it. You want to respond to that, Tempest? If you have more follow-up questions, I mean, the more the merrier.
I'll wait.
It looks like. Okay, you'll wait. All right. So I'm gonna give you some more details on it, but jump in at any time. Jump in, y'all know that. Jump in at any time. Let me say that concisely. You don't. y'all issue is you're thinking about your brand versus that brand. Your brand versus that brand. Your brand versus my brand. Stop that thinking. If I could help, as a matter of fact, I think this question from Tempest was divine, because you're not going to receive the rest of this class if you're thinking about your brand. You cannot think about your brand while I teach you how to build your brand. You can't do both at the same time. You cannot think about your brand while I teach you how to build your brand. Your brand is in the way of me talking. The problem is your brand is in the way. That's why it's not where you want it. Because how you built your brand is obviously your downfall. So the way you listen to this is you get your brand out the way. It's a brand, not yours, a brand. We're going to make it yours in a little bit. But for now, a brand needs to poll their audience. Does that make sense, or did I confuse people? Let me give you a story. Okay, so it makes sense. I'm going to give you a story and see if it makes sense through this story. When I went to the United States military, August 2nd, 2000, I never had shot a weapon before. Seen plenty, but I never shot a weapon. When I left, my first, so there's 3 phases of the United States Army basic training. Basic training is 9 weeks. Enlisted basic training. Red, white, and blue phase. Red is the soldierization process. That's when they all up in your face saying, "You maggot," and all that stuff like that. It's knocking a civilian out of you, turning you into a soldier. The white phase is weapons phase. You learn to throw grenades, shoot grenade launchers, M16, M4. In my case, a few more weapons due to my MOS. Doesn't matter. And all that good stuff. My first weapons test, I shot 40 out of 40. How do I go? Because you get 1 round, 1 target. How do I go from never shooting a weapon to shooting 40 out? And I've never not shot 40 out of 40 again. Like, if you look at my enlisting records, they call that Hawkeye. I shoot 40 out of 40. So unless you can run 500 meters per second, if I shoot you, you dead. Because my maximum effective range is at 500 meters out and below. So how did I get from 40 out of 40 to never shooting? Because I didn't have my dad take me hunting. I didn't have bad habits. I didn't have good habits. Some of the worst people to teach are the people who know stuff. Because you're coming with stuff. You're coming with stuff. I was a clean slate, and I let them right over me. I'll explain how you shoot a weapon. For one, there's only 2 things that really affect how you shoot a weapon. The third thing is actually alternate, which is your vision. You don't really need to see to shoot well. You need to control your 1, trigger squeeze, and control your 2, breathing. So if you shoot a target and the round is up, it means that you took a deep breath while shooting. Because everybody breathe in real quick. And when you breathe in, your body goes up. If the round is down, that means you exhaled while you were shooting. It's that simple. I swear to you, it's this simple. Okay? If the round goes to the right, it means you have too much. Well, if you're right-handed, it means you have too much finger on the trigger because you're pulling it the opposite way. That's what pull and squeeze. If it goes to left, if you're right-handed, you have too little. In my case, I shoot left-handed because I'm left eye dominant. So I shoot left-handed. So therefore, the trigger squeeze, just pull the trigger in your head and match which way the weapon will go. Too much trigger goes one way, too little trigger goes the other way. That's all you have to control. You have to control nothing else. Now, if you are on a hill, then you need to account for the trajectory of the bullet and the rotation of the earth. That's it after that. This is more difficult. In my case, I was shooting so far, I had to account for that the round doesn't shoot straight, although you think it does, it arcs. So that means if I'm on a hill and I wanted to hit me in my forehead, I would have to aim right here. And the round would hit me in my forehead. It's just that simple. You can't aim center mass and then hit me center mass because the round is going to arc. If I'm shooting 1,500 meters out, that's a whole click and a half, a whole grid square and a half. Now I got to account for the trajectory of the rotation of the earth plus the wind speed in which all this matters. But the point is, I know all this not because I was a United States military intelligence person. I know this because I was a clean slate. Nothing else. Don't put your brand in this conversation until the end. In Tempest's case, I'm just a congregation. And she don't have a brand. She coming to get customers. And when you treat it like that, it gets a lot easier. So what's the first thing you want to do when you need to get customers? Find out where they are. It's easier to get my customers because I did all the work for you. I got the customers, but you know who my customers are. You know what my customers want. And you know how they behave. And you know when I'm teaching them, so you can take that teaching and use it to your advantage. You understand? It's much easier. When you're starting off as your brand, you make it difficult. For one, you feel bad. You don't want to take my customers, right? For two, then you start doing your own thing. None of this matters. Poll your audience. That's why poll your audience is first. If you're a consultant and you're not telling people to poll their audience, you're wrong. I'm not trying to tell you how to do this. I am simply trying to tell you that the market runs your brand, not you. It's the most fundamental. Fundamental just means basic. It is the most fundamental, the most basic understanding for the rest of this talk and for the rest of your life. Antonio does not control Antonio's brand. Jerry does. Not Antonio. My brand doesn't exist. Everybody hear me. I'll give you another example. Music is not real. Now, I know I just messed everybody up. You have never heard music in your life. It doesn't exist. There's only one place. I know everybody. I got all my music lovers like, all right, you better make this work. I'm about to stop following you right now. Keep talking about music, right? Okay. It doesn't exist. Think about it. I do this. It's nothing. It's noise. That's all it is. It's noise. And then when I put a pattern, it becomes, right? This is what music is, organized noise, no matter what. But this is why you can why can't you go to Africa and instantly recognize music? Go to China, instantly recognize music. Because it only exists one place on planet Earth, your head. That's it. Jerry already had it. Music doesn't exist. Your head exists. And your brain now says this is music. Take that into brand. My brand is trash. It does not exist. My brand exists in Jerry's mind only. And how he perceives my brand is how I can put a monetary value upon it. If you approach your brand from a you perspective, you're not going to win. If you approach your brand from a Jerry perspective, you'll win every time. Antonio, how much is the podcast worth? $100 million. How do you know? Because Spotify paid Joe Rogan $100 million. Did we know that before? No. It wasn't until Spotify said, we'll pay you this, until we got a quantity of a brand. Shaker says, no, please, no. We need him. I need to hear it. Oh, Stonehill, yeah. Think about it. It doesn't exist. Brand exists in two places, your customer's mind and the environment you put it in. You should write that down. This is extremely important. If you're a consultant and you're not teaching people about the brand is the customer's mind and the environment you put it in, you're already dead in the water. Let me explain to you environment put it in. Antonio T. Smith Jr. says, we're going to give back to the youth. And 15 kids get shot that day. What happens to my brand?
It happened before.
It did. That's right. Let's do it this way. Let me name you a few people. I want to volunteer to unmute your mic. I'm going to mute mine. One. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead with your question first. She's trying to unmute.
Can you repeat that one more time for consultants?
Oh, yeah, I got you. A consultant, it doesn't matter what you're talking about. You're always talking about polling your audience and brand. Pick your field. Talk about law of attraction. Doesn't matter. You're talking about polling your audience and brand. And that brand can only exist in two places, the mind and the environment you put it in. So that's Antonio, that doesn't matter because, well, mine's different because I own a nonprofit. It's the same thing. Mine's different because we talk about humor. Same thing. Mine's different because we help baby boomers. Same thing. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you about the fundamental basic blocks of personal brand. The only reason I have one is because I understand how it works. I don't have one because I'm good. I have one because I'm years ahead of the people trying to have one. People look at me and you know what they see? Plenty. But you know what they ultimately see? The people who follow me? Escapism. You should listen to what I'm about to say because I know how people look at me. People look at me and they say, I don't know why, but he can take me over there. It's the number one thing my customers say. How do I know that? I'm smart? Nope. I'll poll the hell out of y'all. I poll you every chance I get. I can't wait to poll you. Most people follow me don't even know why you follow me. You just say, it's just something. And when I try to get you to explain it, I get some common answers. You're genuine, you're passionate, something like that, right? Get these common, and they're fantastic. I appreciate you. But something I push off makes people go, it just feels divine. Why? Because I'm trying to get over there. People look at me as escapism. I can come to him here and I can get over there. That's my brand. But did I make it up? Did I say, all right, everybody, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a brand to make people look at me like escapism? No. That's not what I did. Monica told me. Mayuri told me. Mayuri's sister told me. You understand? This is how brands work. Get the brand out of your brand and just make it a brand. And when you make it a brand like Monopoly money, then you got more confidence in it. Plus, you can be objective. The truth is, some of y'all don't have good brands because you're in your brand's way. Some of you just won't put out your crap product. Even though you should not put out crap product, some of you just won't put out your product even though it's crappy. So you can't grow. Some of you aren't recording podcasts because you don't know what to talk about. Instead of having the podcast named, I don't know what to talk about. If I had to start over and say, if I had to start over and build a brand, my podcast will be called I Don't Know What to Talk About. I would have a white background, all white, and black words, I don't know what to talk about. That's what I would say. By Antonio T. Smith Jr., which gives me permission to talk about anything, gives me permission to be silly, stupid, ignorant. But guess what? This is what I would do, Jerry. Then I would go get as many likes and follow. Yes, you can. It's all yours. Anything I say, you can use it. This is what I do. I would go get as many reviews as possible, even if I had to pay for them. Now I got 500 reviews on the podcast that says, I don't know what to talk about.
Antonio?
Boom. It'll take off from there. Go ahead, Phil.
And you'd eat, you know what restaurant you'd go to?
What's that?
I don't know. Where do you want to go?
That's right. I forgot you told us about that restaurant. That's Phil's restaurant. Think about it. Here's another way to build brand. In fact, let me go back to Tempest. She's still here. You know what I would do? Here's a thing Tempest could do. Now let me equate Tempest to some of you. So Tempest is me, or some of y'all are like, I'm in this industry with Tony Robbins. So now you're the same way now. And how do I get Tony Robbins people without them thinking Tony Robbins? They need to think Shaker, right? They need to think me. It's the same concept. Same concept. Secrecy. First thing I would do is I would create exclusivity. Sure would. Y'all don't even know it, but I did that to y'all. Think about it. You cannot get on these live calls. Yeah, y'all special. And I make sure you know it. And I make sure you feel that way. You can't even get into the ATS Business University group without permission. I make sure you know it. I got you. I make sure you feel special. Because I don't need everybody. I need 100,000 bodies. And the more I make this exclusive, the faster it grows. Go ahead.
How does a consultant, while teaching their clients to create exclusivity, how does a consultant create exclusivity?
I had a question. How does a consultant create exclusivity for the client or for themselves?
For themselves. So I'm the consultant. I'm teaching you. Okay.
No more. I don't even need no more. For one, raise your prices. I would never be a cheap consultant. Ever. Ever. I would never do that. Go ahead.
Raising prices, what could a consultant do for the low-hanging fruit that you taught us about?
You're back in Tempest situation. Tempest, I would raise my prices to $25,000 immediately. And then the second thing I would do is I would say, well, since I need people, I'll just get Antonio's people, help him build the company. I'll strike a deal with Antonio. I'll get family discounts, and I use his traffic to funnel over here. That's what I would do. I'm not charging cheap. This $25,000, but since y'all over here, I'm gonna give it to you for $99 a month because it's family discount. But please know, over here, we $25,000 every day. You understand what I'm saying? If you're gonna create exclusivity, you need to raise your prices. That's one of the ways. Immediate. That's almost immediate. Don't be Android, be Apple. Don't be Android, be Apple. Okay?
Antonio, I have a question. This is Shekhar.
All right, I'm listening.
You just said raise your prices, but wouldn't, so I see two things could happen there. Number one is when you raise your price, you obviously would eliminate a lot of those who are not, or who are seeking some sort of discount in your price, or who don't really value your product, and therefore you would attract only those who are really valuing your product. That's number one. Number two, you could also scare those people away who you really want to buy your product, isn't it?
Right. Keep going. Everything is perfect.
Yeah. So if you raise your price,
Mhm.
yeah. So how would you kind of get your hands around the kind of business that you are thinking to generate?
Yep. Got you. You create another business, and in that business, let me see it. You create another business, and in that business, right, you put that business inside your business. Let me tell you what I mean. The way I say it all the time is put yourself out of business. So you raise your prices to $250,000 or $25,000. You raise your price to $25,000. Now, in the $25,000 of you raising your price, you're only going to, you know what? Let's do it this way. Thank you, Shaker, for your question, because you brought out the best in me. You and Tempest. Here we go. Can y'all see this? Is it sharing fast enough? All right, good stuff. I got you. Give me a second. So here we have $5%. Tempest, this is your model. Shaker, this is your model. Here we have 35%. Okay, I got you. Just got you. 35%. Here we have 25%. And 25. And then here we have 100%. Now, for now, what I want all of you to do is write this down kind of like this here. Don't try to understand it. Just write it down. Create a flow in your mind. Create a flow in your mind. It's all good. Create a good flow in your mind. No worries. Create a good flow in your mind. 100 here, 35, 25, 5. These are your magic numbers. Now I'm going to use Tempest as a great example because the problem she has is a real problem. See, all right, let me. I want y'all to see me. That's a real problem. You understand? That's a real problem, and I'm going to use Shaker to blend the two together. Better got me? Okay. Why am I'm going to use Shaker in India where competition is fierce. I need you to, you Americans don't know no competition. No disrespect, but if you want competition, go to China. Competition in China is different than competition in America. First off, China would just take your whole stuff and then sell it for pennies on a dollar, put you out of business. India, everybody is a computer engineer. Everybody. You have no advantage. Well, I'm going to do customer support. Everybody is customer support. India is if India was if we were speaking logistics, there you go. If we were speaking logistics, what is logistics? The movement of things. I'm trying to write the movement of things. That's my definition, but it's a good definition. Okay, the movement of things. India would be the logistical company of the whole world. If we were speaking the manufacturing of things, China would be the manufacturer of the whole world. Yes, go ahead, because this is very important. You ask any questions, because by the time y'all leave this class, you're going to have a solid blueprint. You feel ask a question? Oh, you taking? All right. I don't know what she's doing right now. So here we go.
I'm ready.
You ready now? She's ready with a question now. Go ahead.
So I wanted to confirm with you. You said India is the mover, which means if you want something moved throughout the world, if you want something pushed out to the world, go to India. But if you want it,
Almost.
a creation, you go to China.
No, neither are created. Okay. America is the creators of the world. America is the creators of the world. Both India and China are support. China is manufacturing. We've literally outsourced all manufacturing to China. China's not inventing anything. They're building what has been invented. India is doing both. India is a perfect blend of China and America because India has, that's why it's the number 3 economy in the world, has innovation. Because, well, let's think about it. If you Google the top 5 countries in the world, not countries, excuse me, companies, 3 of them have Indian CEOs, which is spectacular to say the least. Spectacular. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. Because in India, if you're not a computer engineer, you are, and a man, you are shunned in society. Shaker, please let me know if I'm speaking correctly or am I out of line here?
No, you're absolutely right.
Him? If you go into arts, Shaker, how would you look if I go into an arts and want to be a school teacher or an actor? How would I be looked upon?
You would be probably looked at as a sort of a disgrace. The first question that the society will ask your parents is, why didn't you make him or her study enough? Why did he or she not spend enough time in studies? What sort of a sin have they committed to deserve to go into sort of a teaching exercise or a teaching career? That is the way people look at that.
That's powerful. So when I say you don't know competition, like India, you don't know competition. Because all of them in cybersecurity, right? All of them are in engineering. And if they, now, does that to say that India doesn't have great actors? Yes, they do. You got Tollywood, you got Bollywood, but that ain't what you want to be. You understand? That's not what you want to be. That's what you do to be entertained every now and then. It's the truth. It really is the truth. China would take your whole neck off. Oh, you built that, huh, Shaker? Yeah, we too. We built it. We bought it and reverse engineered it, built it. It's ours now. This is competition. Understanding this tells you you better have a brand. Because if you're trying to compete globally, one of these countries is going to compete with you at a far cheaper rate. If you're trying to get into cybersecurity, you better be Indian good. Because the head of cybersecurity at these companies are probably Indian. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. Support, phone calls, customer support. When COVID-19 happened, I was just telling Vastine off camera, one of the most powerful things India could have did was learn how to do all that customer support from home. That's actually dangerous to I said it here first. The ramifications of India getting into the amazing economic situation because they learned how to do customer support from home. It took about 7 weeks, but I watched it all happen. Because you know me, you can't make money and I'm not looking. I watched it happen. It took about 7 weeks, but 7 weeks later, they figured out how to do it at home. Now, you can employ much more people. Oh, that's a problem. If you're trying, like, it's an asset for India, problem for everybody else. So check this out, y'all. It's very simple. As a consultant, brand is everything. Write this sentence down and I'll move on. The only thing that will last is brand. Nothing else. You may think this is simple, but it is not. The only thing that will last is brand. And there are so many brands being ruined right now because how they're treating people with the current crises. Step one was poll your audience. Now, the second thing you do is create monthly subscriptions. Let's go back to my screen. Here's your question, Tempest. Here's your question, Shaker. This is your monthly subscriptions. Did I say go get rich? Nope. I said go create monthly subscriptions. Predictable revenue. Cash flow. So Tempest, when you start building, or when you continue building, excuse me, monthly subscriptions. First, don't make my mistakes. Shaker, monthly subscriptions. How do you get those monthly subscriptions? By giving your best stuff away at 100%. You don't care about this. What you care about is getting 35% of those people that opt in to your monthly subscriptions. Let me stop real quick. So look at me. You want opt-ins. The funny thing is, I was just going through this with Sugar yesterday. Like literally, I was just going through this with Sugar yesterday. You want opt-ins. Data is now king. You want opt-ins. If you don't have people opting in, you don't have money. And you don't need a landing page for people to opt in. That's fantastic. But you're going to have them opt in through your inbox. You can give out your cell phone number. Buy a cell phone just to say, text me. Because as soon as you text me, I automatically got your number. Now I just need to say, hey, how's it going? Who am I speaking with? And they're going to tell me your name. And I'm going to say, how you want me to save you in my phone? And right now I got your name, last name, and phone number. Then you'd be clever and say, WhatsApp, same number. That's what I do. I have almost 1,000 leads in this phone. I've never sold a single thing on my phone yet. It's been almost a year. I haven't sold a single thing. Only thing I do is give away free stuff. You know why I haven't sold? I'll show you why I haven't sold. I have not sold because I am so committed to taking 35% of that phone to here that it doesn't make sense for me to sell them. If I sell them, I won't get them here. So they gonna date me so long that when I finally say, hey, you want this monthly program? They're gonna say, man, you know what? You've been instrumental in my whole life. I sure appreciate you. Pay attention. So what's this 25% for? I know you old school folks don't appreciate this. Attrition. That means the natural falling away of customers. And that's high, but you need it. All right, Tempest, get ready to unmute your mic. I'm going to bless you. Or hit me up in chat if you can't talk. But if you can, I'm about to bless your socks off, even though you don't wear socks. All right? Want y'all to receive this. I'm going to show it again. Give my best stuff away for free. I only want 35%. See, y'all problem is you want too much. I only want 35%. They pay Major League Baseball players for hitting the ball 35% of the time, $20 million a year. I'm batting 3,500. Batting 350. That's garbage, but that's a multi-million-dollar contract. Don't bat 400. Ooh-wee. That's a Hall of Famer. You understand? All right. Attrition just means this here. I am accounting for 25% of attrition in my formula. Since COVID-19 happened, we lost a grand total of 3 customers. 3. Guess what I did with all 3? Had Grace, myself, or Deanna call them personally. Hey, what's happening? Got hit? I understand. Here's a bunch of stuff for free you can have. You have all this. One person was hurting so bad. This is a true story. I want y'all to see me. One person was hurting so bad, and I understood. I said, I tell you what, I forget what day it was, but you stay right there in this service, and we'll talk to you next year, 2021, same day. I said, you've been too active. Don't tell nobody. I won't tell nobody, even though I'm telling y'all. Okay? So you've been too active. You're doing a good job. We'll talk to you in 2021 to assess your situation. Am I lying, Grace? Because you was right there.
No, he not lying at all. It happened.
I didn't say we was going to charge you. I said we're going to assess your situation. That person hasn't missed a class yet. Now, what you think going to happen in 2021? I don't care if it happened in 2022, but when it do happen, they're going to tell 15 people about me and fool around and give me a vaccine out of them 15 people. You understand? Give me a vaccine and a Pam Norris. Oh, Lord, we in business. You get what I'm saying? So you account for the natural attrition of things. All right, 2 minutes, Tempest, I'm coming to you. I got that at 25%. So this means what I really want to do is make sure every month I go get 10%, I'm all caps this, new customers every month. That's why I got this at 35%. Because I understand that every month I'm going to get a new 35%. Do you understand? That means every month I guard myself from attrition. Oh, I'm talking. Consultants, this works. This ain't, you think I'm talking about money? Let me, remind me after I get to Tempest to come back to this and just say LO. Just remind me. All right, Tempest, we on you. I'll meet you mic for me. She might not be available. I know what she's doing. So let's go with my screen's frozen. Maurice, let's go with you. Unmute your mic.
Yeah. Yep.
How much money you want to make a month?
Sir. 40,000.
My man, I didn't even have to increase that number. Good job. You sound like you done trained at ATS. 40,000. So the question now becomes, does Maurice try to make 40,000 here? No. Does he try to make 40,000 here? You don't even know what this is for yet. No. Where does Maurice try to make 40,000? Here. Okay, go ahead, Deanna.
So with this, you're saying that our bulk should come from the monthly subscriptions. We shouldn't look for, like, I shouldn't look for $200,000 coming from all other services. I should look for $200,000 a month coming from my monthly subscriptions.
Okay. Antonio, if you're speaking, you got your phone muted. Your mic is muted.
All right, there you go. I see what happened. I unmuted from the keyboard. I mean, from the computer, but my screen was restarted, so I had to do it from my phone. I got it now. You can hear me now, though, Grace, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, good stuff. Everything she's saying is great. It was perfect, but the word bulk bothers me. I do not want the bulk of your business to come from monthly subscriptions. I want 100% of your responsibilities to come from monthly subscriptions.
Okay.
100% of your responsibilities need to come from monthly subscriptions. Who would like a pure Antonio T. Smith Jr.? There you go. Can you hear me now? Antonio, yeah, well, every time it restarts, it mutes me back again. Antonio, could you tell us one of your secrets? I would love to hear that. What you're doing, not what you're trying to do, what you're in the process of doing. Can you tell us? Somebody should ask that. I would ask that. I would.
Hey, could you tell us one of your secrets?
Oh, thank you, man. You must be a savant. You're psychic. Thank you. You're so good. You're so good. Clairvoyant. Essentially, I want all my, there go Tempest. All right, got you. I want all of my subscriptions to pay all my yearly bills in 1 month. Help me, somebody. 1 month. That's the plan I'm working on. 1 month. All payroll, all bills, all equipment, 1 month. Okay? Tempest, unmute your mic. Tell us me how much money you want to make a month.
$5,000.
All right. 5,000. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna bump that up to 15,000. Not because you're not doing a good job. I'm gonna just bump it up, and then because I know how competitive you are, you can do the 5,000, and you can do the 15,000. I'm gonna give you the plan for both. Okay? You need a plan for both. So since my screen broke, I got to do all that back over. So 100%. So Tempest is going to give her best stuff away for free, 100%. Whatever that is, doesn't matter. Because she doesn't care about nothing but opt-ins. And what's the opt-in? The opt-in is her monthly subscription. Tempest, without you knowing what your monthly subscription is, what dollar amount are you comfortable charging people monthly on the low end?
Let's say like the lowest, I would say maybe $19.99.
All right, good stuff. Grace, share your calculator, please.
Antonio, sorry, just one question.
Yes, sir.
Is the reason, what is the reason you have taken 35% specifically, or is it just a random number? I'm just trying to understand.
No, that's good. That's good. I never explained that. It's not a random number. It's a number that seems to be standard across all monthly subscription industries. That 35% of the people who opt in to your webinar, opt in to your product or whatever that may be, will sign up for a monthly subscription. Yeah. It's become an industry standard. Good question. Really good question. Yes. Really good question. That 35% is not arbitrary. It is industry standard. Grace, I want you to take $5,000 and I want you to tell me how many times $19.99 goes into it. That's 251. 200. I would say 250. All right, Grace. I want you to take $15,000 and tell me. Wait, I should be able to do. I should be able to multiply by 3, right? To get 15,000. Yep. So that should be 750 then.
Yep.
750, right? All right. Good. Thank you. Thank you very much. Tempest, let's finish blessing thee. Maurice, we're doing you next. 100. She's going to give away her best stuff. 35%. Now, Grace, we got to share your calculator again because we've got to account for the attrition. But Tempest now knows. Tempest, when I'm done with this, you take your screenshot, you print it out, you put it on your wall. Tempest now knows this is going to either equal 250 customers for $5,000 a month, or 750 customers for $15,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? Boom. She now knows this. Let me stop my screen real quick. Listen to me, y'all. There's no faith involved here. You don't need prayer. You don't need to go to God. I'm not telling you not to go to your God. I'm telling you God made math. I told Sugar the same thing yesterday. You understand? God made math. This is math. You don't need faith for math. You understand? And I know I just gave Tempest a bunch of encouragement because she just said, well, 500 customers, that ain't that bad. I can do that. But no, 250 customers? Tempest, do you believe that you can get 250 customers? Lifetime?
Yeah.
Yep. See it? Here's the deal. All you got to do, well, let me finish showing you. Let me finish showing you. Let me finish showing you. All right. Now, here's the attrition. We got to deal with the attrition. Because I'm predicting she's going to lose 25% of those customers every month. That's not going to happen. Grace, show your calculator. That's not going to happen, but we need to deal with it. So Grace, you're going to take 250 and you're going to multiply that by 0.25. Actually, I think multiply it by 0.25. So she's going to lose 62.5. Remember that number for me. Grace, take that same 250 and divide it by 0.25 now. That should give me that number on top. No. All right, so keep this 1,000 in your head. I'll come back to it. It was 63 people.
Okay.
And 1,000. I'll show you what to do. All right, you can stop sharing screen real quick, Grace. Don't worry about the confusing math. I got you on that. Me, Shaker and Grace will take care of you on the math. Don't even worry about it. Here we go. So Tempest needs to consciously know that 63 of these people will fall off. There could be many reasons. Their credit card expired. You know what I'm saying? It could be so many different reasons. None of it has to be for bad customer service. It could just be, you know what, I'm broke. I lost my job. The dog ate the unicorn, something, whatever, right? It could be anything. Anything. Now, that means Tempest needs to add these two together. 250 plus 63, Grace?
313.
So Tempest's magic number is to go get, comma, which means Tempest needs to go get 300. You said 15, Grace?
13.
313 customers to get her to 5,000 a month with no issues. Now, let's watch. Now what we have is a non-failure to communicate. We're communicating properly. Tempest's number is 313. That's all she ever needs to do to and there's no sense in getting 5,000. You're not gonna keep it. Do I need to stop my camera so y'all can see that? There's no sense in getting 5,000 a month if you're not gonna keep it. Now, what I'm teaching, basically, Maurice, all you have to do, you just put your numbers while I'm doing this here, okay? Now, the reason why, well, I'll tell you why I did that, divide by 0.25 here in a second. Everybody see this? Outstanding. What Tempest knows, I'm sorry, hold on. I left out something in her screenshot. Equals, this includes 25% attrition rate. There you go. Because she's going to screenshot it. Listen, my only desire for y'all is don't try to understand all this now. Just save it. And the universe will walk you to it. I promise you. I promise you that'll happen. I promise you. Now, that includes that. Is everybody okay so far? I didn't ask you if you understand it, but are you okay in your confusion that I can confuse you a little more, is what I'm asking. Because you're going to take a screenshot here in a little bit. Someone? Anybody? Random person, unmute your mic and say, I'm good. All right, you told me. Oh, told me to remind you about LO.
I'm good, sir.
It's coming up.
Good.
Good? All right, good. Here we go. Going back to my screen. Can you see it? It's up there? Outstanding. Tempest, is she still there? Mm-hmm. Okay, good. Tempest, all of this is one business and it's not your main business. That's the secret. All of this is one business. It don't have to be a business. It could be a product. We're just going to call this a stream of income. Because, remember that 5% I had down here, y'all? Remember it? It's about to make sense now. That 5% is for your high-end product. The 100% is for your low-end product. All products must be high quality, though. All of this, Tempest, is one stream of income. So now this is Tempest's $25,000 price. I'm going to put this on here because she's going to charge $25,000 just to show up. Amen. Now, to make her screenshot even better, I'm going to put $19.99 a month over here. Everybody got it? Now, $25,000, and I only want 5%. That means, Grace, if I get 1,000 people a year to see my product, how many people would join my monthly program?
350.
Now, Grace, do me a favor, show your calculator and tell me what 350 times $19.99 is, because it's more than her goal. I think mathematically it should be 6,200. 69. $6,996.50. All right, Grace, you can stop sharing that. 6996.5. Sound like a radio station. Hey, everybody, welcome to 6996.5 here. DJ Easy Jeff on the microphone. We appreciate you for being here. Next, we have Weather by Maurice and Comedy by Shaker. FM 6996.5. I'm sorry. Bless me. All right,
Partly
there you go.
cloudy.
Dad. Ask your question.
Snowflakes in the horizon.
That's it. Go ahead, Dad, with your question.
How did you determine that your monthly subscription will be $19.99 a month?
She chose that. No, it's all good. No, listen. Y'all, hold on. You choose your price. Now you just got to match the value of that price. And by matching the value, that means her product needs to be 10 times more valuable than $19.99. Remember, no one ever buys a $19 product for $19. We buy a $1,000 product or $190 product for $19. Go ahead.
So when you say your product, the cost, the value should be 100 times the cost. So if I have a product that's like 25, so if I have a product that's like $25,000, I should charge $25 a month as a subscription.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would.
I got a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So we're talking about pricing things, right? What if you don't know what something is worth? Are we speaking from a perspective of who we are in totality with the information that we have versus, let's say I'm using a topic and all the knowledge I have on anxiety, I'm trying to package because I'm putting it into content and selling it. How do I find out what all of that is actually worth?
Yep. Very fair questions. One of the best ways to find out is look at what your competition is charging. It's one of the best ways to find out. So if someone else in your field is teaching about anxiety or something that's a cousin to it, charge that.
Okay.
Yep. That's one of the best ways to know what your competition is charging. Shaker gave me okay. Know what your competition is charging and do that, because it's not that they're smart here. It's that's what people are paying for it. Remember, the beginning of the class said nothing about you. It said everything about your market. Remember, my brand don't exist unless it's in Jerry's head. And if Jerry pays this amount of money for it, Jerry determines my price. Remember, I even brought up how much does the podcast cost? We don't know. But we know now because $100 million Spotify paid for Joe Rogan. So you go see what they pricing, you do that. Tempest, I framed her thinking with a question. I said, listen, without knowing your product, just what are you comfortable charging the low end? She didn't say $2.99. She said, well, low end for me is no less than $19.99. That sounds like that's where I'm at. It sounds good to me. You understand what I'm saying? It sounds good to me. That's where we got that from. Now let's go back because I'm about to bless you. Here's your understanding. This is one stream of income. This is one business. Now, y'all could love this. The ATS Business University does this 3 times, Tempest. Sophomore, junior, senior. Does this 3 times. I just blessed somebody if you was listening. Sophomore, junior, senior. All right, we're coming back to that. You'll see why that makes sense in a little bit. Now Tempest is going to charge for her real company or her real product $25,000. So Grace, if 350 people came in here and gave us $6,996.50, how many people at 5% conversion got our $25,000 product? 5% of 1,000.
5% of 1,000? Is it 50?
50. Could you share your calculator, Grace? Let's get ready. Can you tell us what 50 times 25,000 is? I'm sorry, what's the number?
One
You know, I
point.
went to public school.
I know you're about to say it. 1.25 million.
Mm-hmm. All right, watch this here. Oh, you stop sharing it, Grace. I want y'all to watch this. I need you to watch it. This is what business systems do. So I'm going to put the prices on here now because I want Tim to take a solid screenshot. So here I said $19 a month, and then we example, I'll put in parentheses, example was 1,000 people on, let's call 1,000 people, we'll say introduce, shorthand, introduce to the service. And that came down here. 1,000 people got introduced. Now, that means at a 35% conversion rate. So I'll draw it first. There we go. I'll draw it first. Hold on. I messed up. Get up here. There we go. At a 35% conversion rate, this, I'm taking from the 1,000 people to this 35, ended up being 350 people. So that was, parentheses, example, 350 people equaled, and that was 6,996.50. I would say yearly. Okay? Actually, it's not yearly because I'm still in my thunder. That's a month. You understand? Watch this here. That's a month. Now watch. You don't need to try to understand too much of it. Just take a screenshot and keep looking at it and keep asking questions, and I promise you the way will be revealed. Nobody did this for me. I had to figure this out. Now, at this same example, I also said, well, if I got 1,000 people, then that left me on my high end, that left me, I put parentheses, example, was 25 people paying. Oh, I just put paying 25 people, which equaled, what was the number, Grace? 1 million.
Antonio, that was 50 people.
1,250,000.
Okay, 50 people. Thank you. So, all right. 50 people. And what was the number, Grace?
1,250,000. One more zero. One more zero.
Oh, child. There we go. You know, I told you I went to public school, girl. I went to public school. They did the best they could with what they had. All right. So let's back up from this example. This means that you need to put great O. There we go. Means I need to start respecting this. But I'm not done yet. This is important. That means if I talk to 1,000 people with my product, 35% of them will convert at whatever price that I said, and I accounted for the attrition. At the 35, you don't have to account for attrition. Just know that 35% automatically does it for you. But you take the 25% right here, and it tells me add it to it. Simple. I'll draw it for you right here. So here's this line, and I just want to tell myself plus this. That's all. This is attrition. This line is attrition. That's my plus. I just want to add the attrition here. No worries. You got it. Now, get ready to shout. Tempest is going to put she's going to do whatever she can, like ATS, to put all her energy in this monthly series, monthly subscription. How many of y'all looking at me, listen to me, and I want as much vocal participation as possible and as much verbal and flashing of the camera participation as possible. Unmute your mics, flash your camera, wave your hands, dance, shout. How many of you would say Antonio Theodore Smith Jr. is putting a whole lot of energy and effort in monthly subscriptions?
Definitely.
Yep. Amen.
Yep.
It's right. It's almost exhausting. How many times y'all said, I cannot believe he didn't charge me for that? Like, honestly, it's almost exhausting what I'm doing. I cannot believe that he didn't charge me for that. I would have charged me. I would have upsold me. Some of y'all, even you would have upsold you. And I'm not. Because you are not my battle. But I can't get to my battle without you. My battle is over here. This is high end. My battle, Grace, is on the high end. Help me, somebody. Hold on, Grace. I want to show it to you. That's my battle. It comes from the Lord. That's my battle. You understand? That's my battle. Go ahead, Deanna.
So I want to make sure I got this because I have a set of stairs in my head.
Okay. Value ladder.
So the first step is free information, so they discover you. The second step would be your monthly subscription, so they can try you out. And the third step is the high end, because once they've tried you out, they're like, okay, I want more of this. I want more in-depth. Okay.
Almost. Don't jump that high. You went from Michael Jordan to L.A. Morgan, elementary school, Michael Jordan, and high school, and it said, now go be the best ever. No, don't do that. Okay? That's what the bottom half of this is for. I ain't got there yet.
Okay.
I haven't got there yet. The bottom half is going to make everybody comfortable, but we'll get there.
Okay.
Essentially, Tempest, is she still here? Okay, good. When I share my screen, it trunks case to where I can't see. Essentially, what happens here, Tempest, and anyone who wants to be like Tempest or have the wealth of Tempest, right? Prosperity. These are two different products, or two different businesses, or two different streams of income, or two different services. Doesn't matter to me. You grown. You can do it however you want to do it. As long as you identify as two, I'm good. Now, Tempest, just for fun, just do it for me. Just do it. It's totally redundant at this point. But can you live off $1.25 million a year, Tempest? This is. I know it's a stupid question. I already know your answer. But just for entertainment purposes, can you handle that? 1.25 million.
Yes, I can handle
Yeah, I know
that.
that's right. Ooh, hold on before you go.
For one
So watch this
stream, yes, I can handle that.
All right, you catching it. Because check this out. All Tempest bills were paid here. All right, get ready, Deanna. I'm coming to you, but I want y'all to pay attention. Now, I'm gonna put that all caps. Now you know what? I'm gonna disrespect them. I'm gonna put it all lowercase. There it is. We ain't giving no energy to bills. Yeah. You don't have a question? Well, ask it anyway because somebody else may have it. But hold on. All her bills, the bills don't come from the Lord. They come from something else. Right? All her bills are paid from the monthly subscription. Tempest, that means over here it's 100% profit, boo-boo. 100% profit. That's your money. That's your money. That's 100% profit. I'm coming back to the punchline. I still ain't got to the punchline yet. Go ahead, Deanna, with your question. Hold on, let me get to the punchline real quick. Let me give you the punchline, then I'll build from the punchline. Yo, the ATS has did this 3 times. Oh, shucky ducky quack quack. Let me say, the sophomore level of the ATS company pays for every single bill, every one. That means junior level is 100% profit. Senior level is 100% profit. You know, hold on. I can't see our faces. Let me stop this. Oh, this is in my way. Which y'all not doing. Get out the way. Stop my screen. Come on, screen stop. There we go. All right, just for a few seconds. I know you're on the toilet and you're at work and stuff. Just flash your camera on just real quick. I need to see you. I just need to see you for a second. I need you to feel this because I'm giving you secrets. Just put it on real quick. Let me feel you. Unless you know, in your underwear, then don't do that. Okay, don't do that. Look at me. Off $19, I got all the bills being paid from a multi-million-dollar company. Saiga Soft is being paid off $19 product. I am not paying for Saiga Soft. Sophomores are. All right, you can go back and put your cameras off now. You can go back. It's all good. Go on back to eating your goldfish crackers. It's all good. I just need you to process that. So when I say I'm going to get my jet 2 years from now, it's because it's a whole nother product securing my jet. Cash. So when I say, oh, well, hell, come on over here. I'll just give you 50%. I could do that because it's 100%. So when I build an entire company called Ricasa, can y'all hear me? I want to make sure you can hear me. I know my screen is slow, but can you hear me? All right. The reason I was able to build Ricasa and say, y'all can have 50% of the revenue, let me share my screen. Up in the shop. Let me share my screen. The reason I said that is because, are y'all ready for this? This is one. Antonio has did this 6 times in one company. Oh, y'all didn't hear me, man. Y'all didn't hear me, man. Bureau of Dominant Speakers, monthly subscription. Don't worry about the other 2. The other 2 ain't none of your business. Don't worry about the other 2. I just need you to know, okay? If you want to know the other 2, it makes sense. Would you like to know all of them? It's like, all right, Antonio, can you tell all of them? Freshman, no, excuse me, sophomore, junior. Hold on, let me. All right, so you can see me. Sophomore, junior, senior, Bureau of Dominant Speakers, India sophomore, India, I'm a bad man.
What was the last one? Indian sophomore, and then what come after Indian sophomore?
I got India at 2 levels right now. I might do a 3rd. I know. And every time I open up a new country Y'all ready for this? That new country is 100% profit because 1999 sophomore pays all those bills. It's why I fought with Satish on that daily meeting a couple of weeks ago, and I said, no, do not have my Yuri doing that. Do not. Remember I said that? No, none of that training. No. ATS India has something different. Don't do it. And I made a real big deal because I understood we will not be doing that because everything is paid from one stream of income.
Antonio,
Y'all, yes, sir. Go ahead.
sir, you need to insure your. Have you insured your brain? You have to insure your brain. you must.
I must, for real.
It's just too priceless.
Copyright.
I was
and
talking
patent
to
that.
Adelia one day. She was like, man, I just want to reach in there and get some stuff out of there. Y'all, this is my business. This is no joke. And here's the deal. You don't have to be nervous about this. Because math is math. Math don't care nothing about American racism. I need you to feel me on this. This math is not going, oh, you know what, you're black in America, you can't do that. That ain't what that math is doing. That math says you excellent, make it work. I showed it to you once, I'll show it to you again. Maybe people will not, maybe you'll understand this time because I want to bless you. Let me just show it to you, and let me show you why I can tell you all this crazy stuff. Here is my money go. And listen, I plan to do this in the first 760 days. Look at this. 760 days. This is top secret information. 760 days. India, this many customers. Leads out to 345 million a year. Right there, yearly total. America, this many customers. Leads out to this many a year. For a grand total, let me make that bigger. That ain't big enough. You don't say grand total that small. For a grand total of 870 million a year. I still ain't got to the punchline yet. Which means, and here's additional stuff I ain't even told y'all about yet. Just know I got a product that's gonna give 40,000 people, give them 35, 35, and 35. And I ain't even done yet. Because there's another ones. Y'all don't even know about ATS India. You have no idea that I am building a video game right now. You have no idea. You have no idea. You have no idea that ATS India has nothing to do with education. It is my onslaught to the technical world. It has nothing to do with education. Nothing. I won't shake her over there. You understand? But get this money over here and go back over there. I'm just trying to get you to understand. So let's share this again because this is mathematically how I'm going to get to $2.7 billion a year. All I need is 6,940,000 customers. Imagine knowing that you can get to $3 billion a year if you knew how many customers you needed to get to. And if you knew how to do it. I know somebody has to be like bursting through your veins right now. There's no way someone's not excited about it. There's an entrepreneur right now on fire. Listen to what I'm talking about right now. Because if you know a system like this, all you got to do is plug in a number according to your self-esteem. And here's the crazy part, y'all. That $3 billion is what, I'm going to show it to you again. This is what's insane. This $3 billion is what I'm calling phase one. That's not my lifetime goal. If you pay attention to my morning meetings, everything I'm saying is for this. I'm not saying nothing else. I'm not having no other conversation. These meetings seem to be succinct, literally, because all I can see is 760 days to get to 6.974 million customers. And nobody is stopping me from getting there. And if I got to lead, influence, change, bend, beg, grovel, whatever I got to do, I'm getting to 6,940,000 customers. And I'm using 2 countries to do it. And I'm making some folk rich along the way. So when I say, Jerry, you over here now? Shaker, you over here now? I'm not just saying you over here. I'm saying as soon as that software ready, get your pockets ready. I'm saying Shaker should be riding around India in a Maserati.
And that is just phase 1.
Phase 1. So let me show y'all another note that I wouldn't even believe this. This is insane, y'all. I wouldn't believe me. I just wouldn't believe me if I wrote this down. Hold on. There it is right here. You know what? I'm going to just show you. You're just not going to, you know what? F it. I said the whole word in my head, though. But I'm going to just show you. Here it is right here. Grace, what number is that? Because I went to public school, man. That number is hard.
$100 billion.
Ooh. The way you say it, Grace, you say it one more time. You made me feel good.
$100 billion.
Who knows how to say that? Who knows how to say that number in Telugu? What's this number in Hindi? I need a foreign language on this number. How you say 100 billion in Hindi, Telugu, Canada? I need another number. That's way past lax. That's them Creoles, whatever it's called. What is it?
Honey.
Give me this number.
Antonio, that
Somebody
is
know it.
1,000 crores.
Crows, not Creoles, crows.
And that is not yet in
crores.
rupees. Yeah, that is 1,000 crore dollars.
Boom. 1,000 crows. Now check this out, y'all. Let me bless you because I'm getting to my punchline. That's 100 billion and 365, right? 139 million people paying this, 59. 416 million people paying this. 70 million people paying this. 208 million people paying this. 46 million people paying this. 139 million people paying this. If I was one, I know look, somebody out there already screenshotted this. Now listen, what you don't know is I ain't told nobody but Satish and Deanna. Now I'm telling y'all, that $100 billion goal I got, I've been fooling around and got enough confidence and changed that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I figured out how to get to $600 billion from one company. Would y'all like to know what that company is?
Yes, please, sir.
ATS India. No lie.
Wow.
One company I figured out. 600 billion. So really, I just tell y'all I got to dream a bit 100 billion there because y'all can handle that. If I just walk around saying, "Oh no, I'm gonna be 600 billion," people look at me like I'm crazy. They really stoned me, Grace. They really stoned me then, right? I got a plan to get $600 billion. Don't follow him. He's crazy. He's just grandioso's desires. Don't do that. So let me bless all of you with the punchline. This is for Tempest. Once you do what I did and figure out how to do this in a year, then you figure out how to do it in a month. And now you turn this $6,000 a year and it's $6,000 a month. That's the goal that we set. She said, I want $5,000 a month. Then what do, Antonio? This is what I do, Tempest. This is what I'm working on. I'm trying to figure out how to get 350 customers a day. And that turns, Grace, share your calculator. 6996.5 times 365. And I'm going to tell you what happened to me. I'm going to tell you why I did this. I'm going to tell you exactly why I did this. Times 365, Grace. Because if you can do it once, oh, Grace, I don't even know what that number is. I don't even know what that number is.
$2,553,722.50. Don't you give Tempest a 50.
Don't forget the 50.
That's
Is
it.
that million or billion, Grace?
That's million.
That's a million. But that's a year, ain't it?
Yes.
And then what I did, I'm telling you what I did. And I said, well, let me tell you what happened to me. Grace, now multiply this by 365. That's what happened to me. I'm going to tell you what happened. Now we take that yearly goal, make it a daily goal. What is it, Grace? There go your billion. Hey.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. 932 billion. No. 932,108,712.50.
So let me tell you what happened to me one day. And Grace knows this to be true because I can never finish this movie. There's a movie called Wolf of Wall Street. I cannot finish it. Grace, tell her what I do. Tell her what I do every time. I don't even want y'all to believe me.
There's a scene where Leonardo DiCaprio is talking to the whole team in a meeting, and he's on the stage and he's telling people, hey, okay, you got problems at home? Good, go get on the phone. Hey, all right, you got financial troubles? Great, go get on the phone. And every time he watches that scene, he comes up with an idea because he gets pumped up. His blood starts boiling and he can't, he never got past that scene.
I've seen the movie 10 times and I can never get past the scene. I keep trying. And he gets me so fired up. I feel like I should be on the phone. And I literally go get on the phone. I cannot stress this enough to you how much I have never finished this movie. It's like half. She just inspired me so much to play it, but I got to play it at the end because if I play it now, I'm gonna shorten you on the value because I know I'm gonna go get on the phone. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Okay, listen to me. I'm watching this movie, and the last time, or maybe I've seen the movie like 12 times, but I haven't seen the whole thing. And this time I'm watching on Amazon Prime, and this fool says something at the very beginning. It stuck out to me, Jerry, this time. He said, I mean, $48 million a year, and I was pissed off about that. I was like, what? He said, yeah, because I was just 4 weeks shy of making $1 million a week. And who thinks like that, man? And I said to myself, wow. And I watched that movie plenty of times and never heard that line. But I had to grow out to that line. And I said to myself, well, why I ain't making $1 million a week? I ain't got me messed up. I feel the same way, sir. You're not going to pass me up. I'm on my Grace now. You're not leaving me. You going to China, I'm going to China. Where's my tickets? You understand? When you figure this out, Tempest, anything you do for 1 month, you can do for 1 week. And then you can do for 1 day. And here's the crazy part. I told y'all this in Conference 100K 2 years ago. Everybody take a screenshot. Oh, hold on. Let me complete it now. Don't take a screenshot just yet. Let me complete it. So all those ideas you got, this is what Pam Norris said here. All right. This is certainly for Pam Norris. All those ideas you got. How many of you got the same problem? You're like, man, this is good, but I ain't got no monthly products. because you sell one-time products. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Raise your hand. I'm about to bless you. Right. There you go. Watch this here. Here's your blessing. Once you follow this, Shaker, Pam Norris, anybody else, Ice Buddy Cooler, this one, this, that, this, right? All that stuff. This one, this one, this one. Remember Deanna tried to take Michael Jordan from high school all the way to the #1 player in the NBA? No, you don't go monthly product. I mean, free monthly. Boom. No. This is $3, $5, $7, $9, $11, $49, $159, $197, $297, $497, $1,000, $2,500, $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. Did y'all see that? Let me do it again. $5, $9. Everybody look. You know what? How about I just put it on the screen for you so you can take a good screenshot. 5, 10, 15. That's these three. 19, 47, 99. That's these three. 149, 199. That's these two. $147, $199. No, $147, $297, $497. That's these three. $9.99, $19.99, $24.99. That's these three. Add me another little ticker here. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 left. $5,000, $10,000. Where'd it go? We'll go $3,500. $5,000, $10,000, $15,000. And that's all four of these right here. That's these four right here. And then after they go that 15,000, Tempest, right there for your high-end product. And you don't need everybody to do this because you only expect 5%. This is going to dwindle down here. It's going to be high, and it's going to dwindle up high as you get up here. But since all your bills are being paid here, 100% profit, 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 100%. I'm gonna keep saying it till y'all shout. 100% profit, 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 and most importantly, 100% profit.
So Antonio,
I got
are you
more
saying,
products.
are you saying to create monthly subscriptions at these dollar levels? Is that what you're saying?
No, these are
No.
one-time prices.
Have a product that you sell at that price.
That's right. Audio
a $5
series.
price, a $10
That's right.
product,
That's
a
right.
$15 product. Ah, these are products.
Yep. Could be, you get the Ice Buddy Cooler, For $5 extra, you can get how to use the Ice Buddy Cooler with the top 100 diseases affecting blah, blah, blah. Whatever, right? It just $5 extra, get the Ice Buddy bump for cheaper medications. Get the manual to get medications for cheaper. Something, I don't know. But you get the point though, right? Take a screenshot. Everybody
Yes.
right now.
I got it.
Good. Take a screenshot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's everybody. Now, same effect to 10X when he says his friend called high and was complaining about needing the money. After that, saying, sit down. Oh, yeah, sit down watching the game. Yeah. I ain't got time. If I'm broke, I'm not watching nothing. I ain't come to Vastine house to sit down and do nothing. I don't know how to not do nothing. Does that make sense to you? I'm trying to do everything. Because I just feel like I literally just told Vastine off camera. What did I say? I said something crazy. I just feel like the world is mine. So I forget what I said. I just feel like I deserve that much money. I said something to you. I don't even remember no more because it just came out naturally. It just came out naturally. I want everything. I don't want half of it. I don't want part of it. And I don't want no commission off of it either. I want it all. That's what I want. But check this out so I can bless you with the ultimate punchline of punchlines. I'm doing this right now in front of your very eyes, and you're a part of it. Let me see if I can do this again. Don't tell me you can't do this because you attracted me doing it to you. Help me, somebody. Just be glad you attracted me doing it to you because I'm teaching you how to do it as well.
Oh, Antonio, I can't tell you how awful glad I am. I don't know what good deeds I must have done in my previous lives that after 24 years of my work experience, I have landed myself in a good pair of hands in the form of Satish Aradhya and yourself. You don't know how
I so
much.
appreciate it.
This is amazing.
Yeah, I'm teaching it to you. I'm doing this now. So I know this is happening. Somebody's going, but I can't do it. I respect that. I'm not even going to give you psychological or law of attraction. All I'm going to do is tell you math. This math has nothing to do with your capability. If you have, let me share my screen. If you have the fortitude to take this part seriously and introduce 100% of the people to your high-end product, the math would take over. That's all you gotta do. So you can get it. Listen. This is it. That's all right. Is it too bad? It is? Okay. All right.
Antonio,
Hold on. No, you keep it on. Hold on. You keep it on. I'm moving here. Say it again.
I said, I can't tell you how simplified you have made it to be. I can see the math work. I can see everything work the way of course it is mathematics. It's not miracle science.
That's right.
And this was the thing that probably I have never seen anybody share the way you have shared. So I'm so glad. I really thank. I have to remind myself to thank Satish Aradhya tomorrow morning for having me participate in this call today. I mean, this call was worth every second that I have, probably more, in fact. You don't know how I have no value for the time that I have spent on this call right now.
Wow. Thank you very much. Can everyone ride Shaker's energy, please? I'm not telling y'all how to do this. I'm telling you how I did it and how everyone else is doing it and how math doesn't care about your self-esteem. All you have to do is consciously put in your numbers where I put in Tempest numbers and go get 1,000 people a month. The problem is we don't want to do the energy and effort to get 1,000 people a month. That's our problem. You understand? That's our problem. Our problem is we don't want to get 1,000 people a month. Did I say 1,000 paying customers? No. 1,000 conversations is all it takes. That's a blessing. 1,000 conversations is all it takes. And at the beginning, you do all 1,000 yourself. Uh-oh, I can feel Jerry's energy. My man, get there. Ooh! Okay, that's it. Conversations, the math would take over itself. I am not smart. What I am is too dumb to stop. That's my advantage over most people. I get punched in the face and stand back up. They got you to do it in Common Core. Yo, I'm telling you, you just held those conversations. Does Ice Buddy have the courage to have 1,000 conversations a month? Because I promise you, I'll have them myself. I will talk to 1,000 people. Now, back to Tempest's original question, because I only did this to answer the one question. I literally shifted the class because I told y'all I ain't got to the punchline. Here's the punchline. My audience is just a or an audience. So you can either go talk to 1,000 people yourself or talk to 10,000 of my fish jumping out the pond and get 1,000 to listen to what you got to say. And right there, I have done enough to please the universe. I'm gonna walk outside and find a $20 on the ground. It's just a brand. Do you want to go create fish yourself? Genetically modify one. Hopefully it'd be asexual and be able to do mitosis and have birth, and then wait 25 generations for fish to, to then create you about a couple of hundred fish, and then wait another 20. No, you don't do that. You go to where the fish are jumping out the water, and you say, "Hey, y'all jumping for me?" And jump with them. They literally be like, "Hey, let me tell you about my product. Yeah, here's what I'm doing. Let me tell you. Let's have a conversation." Like, you literally just jump. You jump at me too. "Hey, how you doing?" I just literally just jump out the water with them. You do whatever you gonna do. But you hold enough conversation to talk to 1,000 people. And right there, the math will take over. I hope that added value to you. Thank you, Tempest, for your beautiful question, and Shaker for your beautiful input. Is this easy? I did not say it's easy. I said it's simple. You understand? Jerry got an epiphany. It's simple. It's going to be hard because the poverty in your life is alive. And anything living is going to fight to the death. You're going to get divorced. It's all sorts of stuff. I ain't trying to speak stuff over you. I'm just saying, when you move, you're going to get out of here. And then you're going to feel like me. I feel like a fraud every day of my life. Like, there's actually a saying for it. It's imposter syndrome, I believe, is the diagnosis. every day of my life, I feel like I always discount what I've accomplished. You ain't got no masters. All you did was show up, right? You know what I'm saying? Or anybody could have went through homeless. That trash can saved you. I'm always talking myself out of my accomplishments. Well, you know, they would have been a millionaire anyway, or this ATS, it's going to blow up. How many of y'all do the same thing I do? I ain't saying this to everybody, but I do it bad. And every day, I got to watch that video I sent y'all if you're the executives or the national. I watch that on purpose. 10% I'm talking about facing the Giants. I watch it on purpose. So when I feel like I can't give no more, I yell at myself, get your butt up. Don't stop. Don't quit. Don't stop. So that being said, we end with this 3-minute video. Because if I'd have played it before, I would not have been no good for the class because it gets me every time. There is cussing in here, but this man is speaking to my soul. I don't know if you're Leonardo, but when I watch this video, I am not Leonardo. I am not the guy motivating. I'm the guy in the crowd doubting. When I read the Bible, I'm not the good guys. I'm always the bad. When I read the Quran, I'm not the good guys. I'm always bad. I'm never the good guy. I'm always the bad guy. In this case, I put myself in the audience shoes. I don't have to try. It's because I'm always doubting myself. Here we go. Last words from the Wolf of Wall Street.
See those little black boxes? They're called telephones. I'm going to let you on a little secret about these telephones. They're not going to dial themselves, okay? Without you, they're just worthless hunks of plastic. Like a loaded M16 without a trained Marine to pull the trigger. And in the case of the telephone, it's up to each and every one of you, my highly trained Stratonites, my killers who will not take no for an answer, my fucking warriors, who will not hang up the phone until their client either buys or fucking die! Let me tell you something. There is no nobility in poverty. I have been a rich man and I have been a poor man, and I choose rich every fucking time. At least as a rich man, when I have to face my problems, I show up in the back of a limo wearing a $2,000 suit and a $40,000 gold fucking watch. Hit him! Now, if anyone here thinks I'm superficial or materialistic, go get a job at fucking McDonald's, because that's where you fucking belong. But before you depart this room full of winners, I want you to take a good look at the person next to you. Go on. Because sometime in the not-so-distant future, you're going to be pulling up to a red light and you beat up old fucking Pinot. That person's going to be pulling up right alongside you in that brand new Porsche with his beautiful wife by their side who's got big voluptuous tits. And who are you going to be sitting next to? Some disgusting wildebeest with 3 days of razor stubble and a sleeveless moo crammed in next to you and a carload full of groceries from the fucking Price Club. That's who you're going to be sitting next to. So you listen to me and you listen well. Are you behind on your credit card bills? Good. Pick up the phone and start dialing. Is your landlord ready to evict you? Good. Pick up the phone and start dialing. Does your girlfriend think you're a fucking worthless loser? Good. Pick up the phone and start dialing. I want you to deal with your problems by becoming rich. All you have to do today is pick up that phone and speak the words that I have taught you. And I will make you richer than the most powerful CEO in the United States of fucking America. I want you to go out there and I want you to ram He's mad in stock.
All right. You know what these two is this. Catch the rest on Sports Center. Antonio T. Smith Jr., you can play better. You can dominate. Thank you, everybody. Pick up the phone and start dialing. I could never get past that part. All right, everybody.
God dog it, I'm ready to shoot this video now.